welcome to That Wrestling Show, the podcast where all pro wrestling matters, and it is Summerslam weekend, if you can believe it.
I can.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I can very much believe it. You know how I can believe it?
How?
I look at the calendar and I see that it's time for SummerSlam!
Very good. That is very, very true. So, this week on the show, we are going to preview not only SummerSlam, but NXT Takeover 30. We're going to make our picks on all the matches that are taking place. Plus, we're going to do something a little bit fun today, Fro, with...
Well, we're not, because I can only stay for the picks, so...
Really? Damn it.
Yes, I know.
Well, you know what? We're just going to do the fun part now.
Cool.
So, what I have here, and I put this on our Facebook group, is the taglines of SummerSlam's past, because we actually have one this year.
Oh, and it's the worst.
I don't know. I think I've got some worse ones here.
Okay.
So I'm going to read them off. Of course, not every SummerSlam had one, so... and
SummerSlam in your house.
Right. And we're going to see if we like them or not.
Okay.
So we'll start with the very first one, which was where the Mega Powers meet the Mega Bucks.
I like that.
Yeah, kind of generic for me, I guess.
Mm.
All right. SummerSlam 89, Feel the Heat.
No.
Ooh, I like that one, actually. SummerSlam 90, The Heat Returns.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that one. SummerSlam 91, A Match Made in Heaven, A Match Made in Hell.
Sure. I know the match, so...
Yeah, that's our first actual agreement on that one.
Yeah.
SummerSlam 92, the SummerSlam you thought you'd never see.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, that one's... Yeah. All right.
Weird.
SummerSlam 93, Fat Chance, somebody has to stop him.
I like that.
All right. SummerSlam 94, so hot, it's scary.
No.
Yeah, that one's not good. SummerSlam 95, Face the Heat.
No.
Yeah, that one's not good. SummerSlam 96, Opposites Attack.
I like that.
I guess it's okay. SummerSlam 97, Heart, H-A-R-T, and Soul.
I like that as well.
That's a really good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
SummerSlam 98, Highway to Hell.
No.
I like that one, actually.
That's a song.
Well, I know, but... SummerSlam 99, An Out-of-Body Experience.
No.
All right. SummerSlam 2001, Finally.
I like that.
All right.
Simple.
SummerSlam 2004, Let the Games Begin.
No, because that's something else.
Yeah, exactly. They were going for that whole Olympic theme there.
Yeah.
SummerSlam 2005, Hogan versus Michaels for the first time ever.
No.
No. That may be the worst one. All right, this next one is the only one that has been technically used twice.
Okay.
SummerSlam 06 and 2011, the biggest party of the summer.
I like that.
I guess. SummerSlam 07, the party is over.
I like that as well.
SummerSlam 08, the biggest blockbuster of the summer.
No.
All right.
That's the movies.
It is. SummerSlam 2009, the biggest event of the summer.
No.
No, we're getting into the bad ones here, folks. SummerSlam 2012, The Perfect Storm.
I like that.
That one is actually a pretty good one. SummerSlam 2017, Home of the Bronx.
No.
Wow, that took a long time. And of course, this year's SummerSlam tagline, "You'll never see it coming."
Yeah, no.
I actually kind of like that one, to be honest.
I don't.
It's different. All right. Real quick, just want to mention a couple of news pieces. If you haven't heard by now, someone broke into Sonya DeVille's house.
I did hear that.
And
how dare they?
It was pretty bad, folks. It basically was a fan who became very stalkish. Let's put it that way. And I think it's safe to say that we as people have our, celebrity crushes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a time where it goes from, I have a crush on this celebrity, to basically stalking this person. So, the gentleman broke into her house and had stuff ready to, basically trap her and kidnap her. And somebody put up yesterday, because I'm not going to go through it, because Fro wants to be done in a quick manner today, again. Basically, the entire story of what happened. I put it up in our Facebook group. It is so messed up. It is, some of the stuff, this goes back for a long time, and then the fact that this guy finds her home is the scariest part. This is beyond, crush. This is stalking. This is being obsessed. It's just, I feel terrible for Sonya DeVille. I really do. And I'm glad that she and Mandy Rose was in there, in the house, the night that it happened. I'm glad the both of them are safe, because we could be talking about a lot worse right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you want me to say? Crazy fans do crazy things.
Oh, they do.
And they should be in crazy jail.
They really do. So, Sonya testified at a pretrial hearing yesterday. You can read...
I feel sorry for her.
Oh, I really do. I feel terrible. You can read the entire description in our Facebook group. We've actually had a couple people comment. One said, "Holy shit, lock this guy up for life." And another one said, "Man, a gun would have been a nice protection depending on state allowing for home protection." Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
So the moral, folks, is don't be too crazy about your crushes. Don't be crazy. Renee Young is leaving WWE shortly.
Oh, what a shock.
She's given her notice.
I'm not shocked. Are you shocked? Tell me you're shocked.
Do you want me to say I'm shocked?
Yes.
All right, I'll say it. I'm shocked.
I'm not. It's almost like I predicted this when someone else that she's married to went another place. Wonder who that could be.
See, and that's the thing. That's the thing, Fro. I don't think she's going to go there. I think she's going to go to ESPN.
Nope.
All right. We'll have to see. I don't know what the official last day is, but yeah, Renee Young, she's been a staple there for many years. And gave her notice, and she's going to be leaving very, very shortly from WWE. Will she go to the wrestling that is all elite? That remains to be seen. I just want to mention briefly, over the weekend, last weekend, former Ring of Honor champion Xavier passed away suddenly. Nobody knows what happened. He was the second ever Ring of Honor World Champion. And I've always felt this guilt, being a Ring of Honor fan, that he gets forgotten in the timeline of Ring of Honor champions, because he's the bridge from low-key being the first champion and the start of the Samoa Joe reign, which goes almost 2 years. And Xavier was actually a really good champion. Like, he was a very good heel champion. And he, had some really good matches. And he was actually going to come back, if for people that remember, the Ring of Honor anniversary weekend. They were going to do the past versus present show, and he was going to be on that show facing Jay Lethal, but he, obviously with the pandemic, it did not happen, and we will never get to see that now. I passed away at the age of 43, which is a young age. They had a GoFundMe campaign, and I can happily say to everyone that they have far surpassed the goal that they were set at for the campaign. The funeral is going to be this coming Monday, so I just want to say on behalf of everyone here that we send our best wishes, our thoughts go out to the family of former Ring of Honor champion Xavier. 43 is that's too young of an age to pass away.
That is way too early.
It is. It really is too early. Well, AEW did not air this past Wednesday night, and NXT managed to get a bigger rating. They had 853,000 overnight viewers with a .24 in the 18 to 49 demographic, which is really good. AEW will be airing today, Saturday, for one time only because of the NBA playoffs. And how they do there, well, we'll have to wait and see because, well, we won't tell you guys because we won't get the, long after, let's say that. We'll get the info after that. But speaking of being moved, NXT is actually getting moved for one day.
I know.
September 1st, they will be on for one day only instead of September the 2nd because the USA Network will be airing hockey.
Who the fuck cares?
A lot of people care about hockey.
I don't.
I know you do.
I don't.
You don't care about a lot of things.
I don't care about a lot of stuff. I actually don't care about this coming weekend. I'm just going to be there because it's going to be fun.
There you go.
I can't wait to see the people there. I've also heard that somebody's girlfriend is going to be there for the first time.
Oh. Well, let me talk about real quick, because this was sort of the big news of the week, is the debut of WWE Thunderdome. Basically, it's a virtual audience. People could sign up, and you had to do it at a quick time, and you would be, quote unquote, be there for Thunderdome. And last night, SmackDown was the debut of the Thunderdome. And I have to say, because I did watch it, it didn't look that bad. It didn't make, I mean, I'm not saying it's the greatest thing in the world, but it did help the product a little bit more watching SmackDown. And that was really the only reason why I was watching it, was because of Thunderdome. I wanted to see what Thunderdome was going to look like. And I thought it looked good. There's a few things that they could work on, honestly, and I think you'll see it on Sunday, Fro. They could have done more on audience participation, because sometimes the fans were just sitting there. I'd like to have heard more out of the audience myself. But of course, that's just me. The presentation looked good. I will say that. The presentation does look good. Of course, it's only one show. Let's see how SummerSlam is. Let's see how Raw is. Let's see how the next week is. And then we can decide from there if it's ultimately a success or a failure. Of course, Jim, my friend Jim, tried to get me to sign up and then try to have me show a certain part of my area. No, that didn't happen. So, one last thing I want to talk about, then we're going to get into the previews, Fro, because I know you want to preview both shows. The Retribution storyline. I watched it this week. I'm at the point where I'm like, this is the best you guys can do. Because Raw this week, they were only on once. And that was messing up with the production truck. Like, oh my god, they're messing up the production truck! Oh! And then on SmackDown, you only saw them once when they attacked Braun Strowman at the beginning of the show, and then they were fighting the locker room before they left. I'm not really feeling this invasion angle.
I agree.
I would like to see them do more.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see them do more stuff and not make it look stupid and ridiculous. So, unless we find out the motivation and the reason, this is not a good storyline. This is really, really not. I don't like it, Fro. Not one.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
One bit.
I didn't like it one bit.
Oh, boy. Alright. Now, we're going to get into previews. Of course, we already told you AEW Dynamite is airing tonight. So you have that option. Or you can watch NXT Takeover 30.
I'm going to watch NXT Takeover 30.
Yeah, I am as well. I have Dynamite set to record. So, I have the card in front of me. We're going to preview all the matches, and we are going to make our picks for who will win each match on this event. And we actually have a kickoff match, Fro.
Yeah, for once.
I know, we normally don't get that with Takeover, but we're going to get one here. It is going to be a triple threat tag team match. The winners become the number one contenders to the NXT tag team titles. The teams in the match are Breezango, Danny Burch, and Oni Lorcan, and representing Legado del Fantasma, Joaquin Wilde, and Raul Mendoza. I guess I'll start this one. This is a pretty easy pick, I think. It's going to be Burch and Lorcan, only because Breezango and Del Fantasma, they've been feuding the last couple of weeks, sort of takes them out of the picture. Burch and Lorcan will win.
I think the same thing, I guess.
Okay. Now this next match, I'm really looking forward to. Finn Balor versus Timothy Thatcher.
Timothy Thatcher.
Oh, this is going to be such a good match.
Yeah.
I am going to actually disagree with you. I think Finn Balor is going to win this one. But I expect this to be a very good match.
He doesn't need to win, though.
No, I know, but I just really think it's going to be really good, and plus we're going to have to disagree on some of these matches at some point.
That's true.
So I'm going to go Finn.
Me and Luke did actually a SummerSlam bet this week.
Oh, could you tell me?
We haven't done a bet in so long because there's no movies to bet on. We normally bet on movies, but since there's no movies out, we have to bet on this on SummerSlam, not the NXT, but SummerSlam.
Right. So what is the loser going to do?
Oh, it's they get to pick a main topic. Whoever wins.
Oh, whoever wins gets it. Okay. All right. Next up is the ladder match for the NXT North American title. I will read them left to right, looking at the pictures. Damian Priest, Cameron Grimes, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Velveteen Dream.
Yeah. As long as Velveteen Dream doesn't win, I am very happy.
I was trying to think in my mind like how this is going to go. Because you got Gargano and Dream, who both have had the title in the past. By default, it eliminates them.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Bronson Reed held the belt during NXT this week, which is a pretty big sign that he's not going to win.
Yeah, I agree.
So it comes down to Priest and Grimes for me.
I'm going to go with Priest then.
I'm going to go Grimes.
Okay, cool. I'm happy as long as it's not Velveteen Dream, I'm happy.
Did you read Triple H's interview about Velveteen Dream earlier this week?
I did not.
I'll give you the cliff notes right now, because we're a little short on time this week. Basically, the reason Velveteen Dream was not on TV for that long length of time was because he was in a car accident.
Bullshit.
Car accident was said like 5 times during that interview that I read.
Oh, bullshit.
And the person that accused him of that, or of the whole thing, yeah, he doesn't believe in that either. So, okay, next up, the NXT Women's title. Io Shirai will be defending against Dakota Kai.
I think the champion is going to keep it.
I'm going to agree with you on this. I think Io is going to keep the belt. As much as I like Dakota Kai, I think she's a really good
Oh yeah, she's good.
I think Io right now is just the better champion overall. Then we have this match, and this one's sort of been a few years in the making. Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee.
McAvoy, I think.
Yeah, I think Pat McAfee's going to win this match.
Yeah. McAfee,
McAvoy.
I don't know why I said McAvoy. McAfee. Yeah.
Maybe you're thinking of James McAvoy?
Maybe, yeah.
The actor.
The actor.
From Glass.
Yes.
Which is actually a good movie until about the last third. So.
Yes.
Spoiler alert. And then the main event. And this might actually be the hardest pick for this show. Keith Lee defending the NXT title against Karrion Kross.
Yeah, I know. I really don't know. I think it's too early. Yeah, I think it's too early to take it away from him.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think it's too late not to fire on all cylinders when it comes to his. I'm going to go with Keith Lee.
This is really tough.
It is, yeah.
For a number of reasons. One is Keith Lee just won the belt. But at the same time, the people at NXT just have this thing about Karrion Kross, and with the gimmick, and they're just really into this guy. And it's like, do you end the reign of Keith Lee to put it on a guy that's only been there for 3 months?
I know.
Just to continue his push? Or do you keep it on a guy that just won the belt a month and a half ago?
I know. And that's the only reason why I think it's staying on Keith as well. Is the short amount of time he has held it.
Mm-hmm. I am going... Oh, man. I think Keith Lee's going to keep his belt, but I could see this going to maybe a DQ or count out.
Oh, yes.
To where
that could be.
This continues.
I agree. That's even more perfect.
That's the only way you could do it at this point. But then again, we've been wrong before. All right, now we go to SummerSlam. SummerSlam is this Sunday, and I have to admit this. I'm looking forward to this card. This is not a bad-looking card.
There's one match I am really not looking forward to, and sadly it's the main event.
Okay. So we have the matches, and we have developing news on one of the headline matches, which when we get to it, I'll read the report. But let's start off, because right now they don't have a pre-show match.
Oops. Sorry. Yes?
Excuse me. We will start with Mandy Rose versus Sonya DeVille. Now this match...
yeah, it's a hair match, right?
Well, I'm glad you said that, because originally it was going to be a hair versus hair match. However,
it isn't anymore?
It is not anymore. Last
Why?
night on SmackDown, Sonya Deville changed the match to a no disqualification, loser leaves WWE match. And I think we know why this is happening.
And why is that?
Because of the trial.
Really?
I think.
So you think she's going to lose?
I do. I think Mandy's going to win this one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will trust your judgment.
I hate to say that's the reason, but unfortunately it is. So, who you got on this one?
Yeah, no, I'm going to follow you.
Okay, that's cool. Asuka is going to have a chance to make history at SummerSlam. She's going to have a chance to win 2 belts in one night.
Yeah, she's not. She's going to lose one, and then she's going to win the other.
Well, let's see which one it is. Because Asuka challenges Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title.
That is the one I think she's going to lose.
I actually agree with you. I think it's going to be Bayley keeping the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Which then leads into the other match, Asuka versus Sasha Banks.
And this is where she's going to win.
Exactly. Well, we saved time on that one. All right, next up, Apollo Crews defends the United States title against MVP, the Hurt Business, banned from ringside.
Yeah, I so don't fucking care about this, but I think that MVP is not going to win.
I agree with you on that. I think Apollo is going to retain the title. All right, now, this is a very talked about match coming up here. Dominik Mysterio versus Seth Rollins in a street fight.
Dominik Mysterio. I am super, super sure. It would be stupid if he didn't win.
You know, until...
Because it's the revenge story, you say.
Right. Until Monday night, I was thinking, Seth's going to win this match.
No, there's no way.
But with Ray now in the corner of Dominik, I'm thinking maybe Dominik will win this match. So, yeah, I'll go Dominik. All right, the Raw Tag Team titles are going to be defended. The Street Profits defend the titles against Andrade and Angel Garza.
Yeah. I think they're going to keep it.
This is our first disagreement. I think we're going to get new tag team champions.
I don't mind.
No, I wouldn't mind either. I really wouldn't. And I like the Street Profits. Like, in the ring, they have become one of my favorite tag teams. But I think Andrade and Garza are going to win the belts. Then we have the WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre defending against Randy Orton.
Yeah, this is where I go. I don't really want to see this. And I sadly think Randy Orton will win.
As much as I want Drew McIntyre to keep the title, Randy Orton is winning this title. They've built this up for the last month and a half.
I know.
The only way I could see Drew keeping the belt is if they have some BS ending.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Other than that, Randy's going to win the belt, unfortunately. And finally, and this is the match that now has a stipulation, which I will read in a minute. Braun Strowman defends the Universal title against Bray Wyatt. And
yeah, what's the score?
Oh, well, let me get the stipulation. Talking Smack, which came back today on WWE Network, announced that this match is now Falls Count Anywhere. That is the new stipulation for the match. I think Bray's going to win it back.
Yeah. I think so as well, because I have to think of how it's been lately.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see other reasons than yeah, no, it has to.
It has to be the Fiend.
Yeah.
There's really no other way. I mean, unless Retribution somehow gets involved, but I doubt it, because they only do like one thing on a show, so... Excuse me. What's the whole point?
Yeah, no.
Alright, well, those are our picks for SummerSlam. We pretty much...
I have to go.
Yeah, we pretty much agreed on everything but one. Fro's gonna go, so I'll wrap it up from here. Fro, I will talk to you later for NXT Takeover.
You will. Bye.
Bye. And I will...
Okay, so since Fro left, I'm going to wrap up the show for this week on my own. He was very busy. Our timing has not been really good as of late. I'll be honest. But let's get into the plugs. If you guys have any questions or comments, send an email. WrestlingMan@thatwrestlingshow.com. Follow the show on Twitter at WrestlingShow11. Follow us on Instagram at That Wrestling Show. Follow us on Facebook. Join our Facebook group. It is That Wrestling Show fan group. You type that in the search bar and you are there. If you can't find it for any reason, I always post a link in the description of each and every episode. Also visit our store, teesprings.com/store/That Wrestling Show podcast. And why don't you visit our Patreon page, patreon.com/That Wrestling Show. And I'm going to extend our little deal, because at the end of last week I said if we got enough people by SummerSlam, I've been lazy on my job, so I'm going to extend it to Payback. If we could get 10 patrons by Payback, then Fro and I will do that review with Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon hosting Friday night videos. I'll plug another Digital Citizen. This week they review Project Power, plus the news of the week, TV of the week, plus Buckminster Fuller, and so much more. That is this week on another Digital Citizen. Now, to check out some podcasts that you guys might like, that we do, check out our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata and Michael Quinn. They take you through the world of retro wrestling. This week, in their up-and-comers segment, they discuss Salvatore Bellomo. Plus, it is the grand finale of the Royal Rankings of the Best Talkers. Find out who the last two are and where they fall in the rankings. And they review an episode of WXO from January 30th, 2000. That is this week on our Vantage Point. Also, if you like your podcasts hosted by one individual, check out Greetings from Allentown with PW Peter Winston. He watches one episode of wrestling each week, talks about it in his own unique way. This week, he discusses an episode of WWF Superstars from April 22nd, 1989, the day the barber gets a haircut. And I also want to mention real quick, as of late, he and his friend Keithy, they've been doing GFA Live, and they've been doing, as of late, some volumes in the Best of the WWF series, which I highly recommend. Recently, they came out with Volume 8, which is a very good volume, and last week they came out with Volume 4, which is one of my favorite volumes of the video series. So check them out. Greetings from Allentown. Also, check out Juice Pro Wrestling. This week, Derek Martha, a.k.a. Ratface, from the band Minimum Wage Assassins, joins the show, and they discuss music, wrestling, and pretty much everything you'd expect this week on Juice Pro Wrestling. Now, if you're looking for non-wrestling related podcasts, check out Unspooled with Paul and Amy. After going through every film on AFI's list of the 100 greatest movies of all time, the 2007 edition, they are starting their own list of 100 movies. And the key, the objective of this one, this second season, is that they're going to attempt to send 100 movies into outer space so that, you know, aliens and Alf and E.T. and, you know, all those wonderful creatures can watch our movies. So they are going in groups of 10 by different genres, and they start off with school because, well, school's going to start real soon depending on where you are, or it's already started. And the first movie that they discuss, Mean Girls from 2004. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you folks, I have not seen this movie. So check it out, Unspooled, Paul and Amy. Also, check out The Castle Vault, a chronological deep dive of Disney animated films powered by Disney+. Two men watch each and every Walt Disney animated movie in the Disney Plus vault. This week, they watch and review Fantasia 2000. Yes, the movie Fantasia has a sequel, so check that out. Also, check out Last Stop Penn Station with Carrie Silken and Ian Riccaboni as we go into the life of Carrie Silken, the ambassador of Ring of Honor Wrestling. This week, he discusses lighting up the 70s. So check that out, Last Stop Penn Station. Also, this weekend, if you don't want to watch SummerSlam, you can check myself out along with Jim Boy Star and Josiah as we review In Your House, A Cold Day in Hell. That's going to be out this Sunday. And I can tell you, I'm not going to tell you guys a lot, but I am going to say that I am in the beginning stages of a new project. Not going to tell you what it is yet. I'll tell you guys when the time is right. But I think you guys are going to enjoy it. But yes, check out this Sunday where we review In Your House, A Cold Day in Hell. Next week, we are going to review NXT Takeover and SummerSlam. Plus, we are going to preview Payback because, well, they're going to have to make a couple of matches for Payback on Raw this coming week and probably through the .com. So on that note, everybody have a good, safe weekend. Enjoy NXT TakeOver and SummerSlam. And come back next week for another episode of That Wrestling Show, the podcast where all pro wrestling matters. And don't forget to check out our Patreon page because we will have, if you join up for our Patreon, an exclusive review of both shows before you get to the main show. So you don't have to wait. All you got to do, $3, the $3 tier, that's our highest tier, and you can hear our review firsthand after the show ends. So check that out. So this has been That Wrestling Show, the podcast where all pro wrestling matters. And as always, wrestle on.